So now we will discuss a new topic, that is the power supplied and absorbed by the battery. Very first condition we are discussing, that is the discharging mode of the battery. I hope it is clear to all of you. In this situation we are having the battery of EMF E, and if it is connected in a circuit, it is supplying a current I in the circuit, so it is the discharging mode of the battery. Now all of you know, if it is ideal battery, I say it is a ideal battery. Then for every ideal battery, we people will say that terminal potential difference across A and B, that is VA minus VB, it can be written as EMF of the battery, because if it is the ideal battery, no internal resistance. Okay. Now my question is that to calculate the power supplied by the battery to the electric circuit, power means work done per unit time. So you can calculate work done by battery in 1 second to maintain the current in the circuit. Okay, so we will calculate work done in 1 second, work done in 1 second, that is power. This can be taken as, if I calculate the work done, all of you know the formula V equal to W by Q. So work done can be written as charge flow in 1 second, because we want to calculate work done in 1 second, into potential difference across the battery. So what we will calculate, work done per unit time or power, it can be written as charge flow in 1 second is current, and potential difference, it is ideal battery, so it is E. So you can say power supplied by the battery to the electric circuit can be written as EI. Okay, like this. It is clear to all of you. In this situation you can think that the chemical energy is transforming into electric energy. You can think that. Okay. Now we are discussing the charging mode. Here there is a battery of EMF E like this. Of course, I think we are by mistake, this direction of arrow is wrong here. If it is charging mode, this should be the direction of arrow. So there is a mistake here. Please rectify in your slides. So if you complete the circuit, this charging is possible when the external EMF which is applied to this battery, that should be greater than the EMF of the battery. Otherwise the battery cannot be charged. It means if this battery is having the EMF 10 volt, we have to attach a supply which is having EMF more than 10 volt. Now I have to calculate the power absorbed by the battery to electric circuit in this situation. So again I will say power means work done per unit time, or you can say work done on battery in 1 second. Work done on battery means work is happening on the battery or power is absorbed by the battery. Again you will calculate, you will say it is also EI. Let me write again, it is EI. Okay, so you can say in this situation what will be happening there. Here chemical energy is being restored in battery from the external supply. Okay, so all of you read it. Power absorbed by the battery to the electric circuit will be also EI. So sometimes question can come, charging mode, discharging of the battery, power given by the battery or power absorbed by the battery. If it is ideal battery, in both the situation you will say power is given by EI. I hope it is clear to you. Let me correct this direction of flow of current also. Again there is a mistake here. Let me correct it. Okay. Now we will discuss the next point. Again I will discuss you how the heat is produced in a conductor when current is supposed to flow. We will say when charge flow through the conductor, due to collision heat is produced, and here load is resistance. Of course I have discussed this earlier also, but again I am discussing so that you will get conceptual clarity. And you please do on your own when I turn the slide. Suppose I say a small q charge cross the battery in time t. We observe that this charge is moving from low potential zone to high potential zone inside the battery. Now all of you know, it is not easy for the charge to move from the low potential end to high potential end. It means battery has to supply some energy. Then charge will move from the low potential to high potential zone, because charge has the tendency to move from the high potential to low potential zone. But inside the battery you are moving in the opposite direction, definitely you are doing some work. Now, right, change in potential energy of the charge q when it moves from the low to high potential zone. You will say change in potential energy can be written as U final minus U initial. And I said the charge is q, V final minus charge is q, V initial. And suppose I say here this V final is VH, V initial is VL, and there is a potential difference is V. So we can say it is QV. The question is that from where this charge got the energy. Now I think all of you are clear that definitely there is a chemical energy stored in the battery that must be utilized here. So let me show it. This amount of the potential energy is received by the charge from the work done by the battery on the charge. So work done by the battery is given by QV that we have discussed, and work done per unit time is known as the power. So QV upon T, Q by T is VI, or power of the battery. Just now I have discussed, that is EI or VI. Now you can convert this VI in different form by using the Ohm's law, V equal to IR. I think all of you have done in junior class also. When you put V equal to IR, or you can put I equal to V by R, you will get these two equations. So all of you just mind it. Just pause the video and read this point, because you will discuss the numerical. Main thing is this difference EI minus I square R is its power output. EMF swap convert energy at a rate EI, which we have discussed, P equal to EI, and internal resistance dissipated energy at the rate of I square R. So this difference is the power output by the battery, that is EI minus I square R. Now Joule's law, I think class 10th also we have discussed. Again I will write here. I think this circuit is known to all of you. There is a resistance, current I is flowing. We all intelligent. V is written as W by Q, and work done is written as Q charge is transferred at the voltage difference V. Q equal to IT, V equal to IR. We all solve it, you will get I square RT. And we say according to Joule, this work is converting into heat. So heat is known as the I square RT joules. And if it question comes in calorie, all of you know the relation 4.18 joule equal to 1 calorie. So you can convert according to that rule. So let me show it, because you people know very well. This is the Joule's law, that is I square RT I have written here. Then in different form, this I square RT, you will use the Ohm's law. You will say V square by R into T, and one more we have discussed, VIT. And when we divide into 4.2 or 4.18, we will get the answer in calorie. So if we ask you write the statement of Joule's law, you will say amount of heat produced in a conductor is directly proportional to square of current, and resistance of the conductor, and time for which current is flowing in the conductor. And different form, H equal to VIT, earlier we have discussed, it can be written in this form, it can be written in this form. Electric power, as we have discussed, power is work upon time. So as work is heat formulas we all know, I square RT, V square by R into T, and VIT. You divide it by the time, you will get the power. Unit is watt, and 1 watt equal to 1 joule by 1 second.